Hi everybody, Corey at Rooster's Harley-Davidson. This is part 2 of our all-new heated riding gear segment. We're going to get in a little bit more detail, so if you haven't seen part 1 yet, you might want to refer to that on our YouTube page first. Basically, we're going to want to talk about the new first gear products that we're carrying at the store, get a little bit more detail for you as far as performance, fit, how the product itself is designed, and some of the really unique features for it. So first I want to show you, this is actually a setup as a guy would ride. We've got one of our all-new triple vent jackets, and the first gear liner is featured inside. First thing you'll notice is the collar does stick up past the coat a little bit. Even though we've got a collar on the jacket, this is coming up a little higher. And basically we're trying to heat as close to where you might be wearing a helmet or a stocking cap as possible. Get that neck as warm as we can get it. The jacket liners themselves are what they're calling neutral as far as temperature goes. So what we're able to do is in the mornings when we take off, it might be 40 degrees and we might want that heat. By the afternoon, it might be 75 and we may not want heat or an insulated liner at all. By being temperature neutral, they carry very little insulation, and it actually allows you to leave that jacket liner in place. You don't have to make a special stop to take it off like we have with past heated jacket liners we've used. And that really allows you to just keep on the road, and you get to decide when you want to stop, not your jacket liner or your clothing. So again, we're really excited about that feature. Also, as I said before in video 1, these are a DC voltage. So if you are getting rained on, there is no risk of shock. They're perfectly safe. They're even machine washable. So if you do happen to wear it on a really hot day and sweat a little bit, don't be afraid to throw it in the wash machine and wash it. So I'll take the jacket off, and your heated liner is very slick. So it's not going to tend to stick in your coat when you're putting your sleeves on. And it's also, they fit a little bit tighter than a normal sweatshirt would. So you don't have that bulkiness that you're fighting. And it tries to keep that material a little closer to your body so you get the heat transferred as efficiently as possible. One thing that we want to point out right away is the way that First Gear has hidden their cords. In past, we've had pockets inside the jacket. You have to open your jacket up, open your heated jacket up, and then dig for different cords, and you have a bundle of them that come out. First Gear, right in their left-hand pocket, have a power cord. That's all you need. You pull that out, let it hang down. You can close your pocket or leave it open again. That will hang down from your leather coat and your left side of your motorcycle, where you can plug into power. We have a few different ways we can actually run the jacket, and we'll get into that in a second. First look of it, we have a nice, it's actually a brushed polyester collar, so it is comfortable to wear. You're not going to get any irritation. And then, of course, again, it does feel nice and warm if it's cold out. So a nice feature there. They've also been creative to give us a nice liner, a pouch. So this comes with the jacket. There is an integrated cord that comes with it if you want to add gloves, so you don't have to buy any more wiring. It's already with the jacket. But that way you're not rolling your coats up, and if you and your wife or you and your passenger both have a coat, you're trying to roll them up, guess whose is whose. You could actually, if you wanted to label this, you could put yours in your pouch. It folds up nice and tight, and then you don't have to re-roll it every time you dig around in your saddlebag. So a nice feature. We thank First Gear for their thoughts there. Thing you'll see is these black panels, and what that is an actual stretch panel. So you're able to stretch that, and that's around your elbow. And then also another one, you have a gusset right down the side of your jacket. So if you do have a little bit more of a belly than some, or you're just moving around on your bike, that jacket will stretch and work with you. Another feature is where these are, there are no wires. So on your elbow, in the past, we always had wires right along our elbow. As you'd bend, those wires would get you on your elbow, and it'd kind of be an uncomfortable thing. And then with body armor that we're seeing in a lot of the new coats, that elbow armor would also push on those wires. So by removing any of the wires from there, you still have heat all the way around, but you do not have it right here, and you don't get any irritation. It's a lot more comfortable ride. One of the other things we have with the First Gear jacket, similar to a lot of other coats, is the integrated wiring harness for coats, or for gloves, excuse me. And so basically you'll just unzip your cuff, pull your wire out, you can zip that shut or leave it open. That would plug into your glove, and then your glove would be powered through your coat. You do not need the jacket to use gloves, so if you don't want a heated jacket liner but you do want the gloves, it's still an option for you. We do have a harness in here again that comes with the jacket liner, so that you can, right from the chute, not have to buy any extra wiring or guess. If you're buying a gift, you don't have to guess if you need anything else to run a coat liner and gloves. One of the unique things that First Gear does, and they do mind the cost wise, but they don't send any motorcycle connections with their heated jacket liner, glove liner, pants liner. You actually buy that separately. So what you do, rather than having an on and off switch, is you have your choice right out of the gate of, do I want a remote controlled thermostat? Do I want a hardwired one that stays right on the coat? And so you're making that decision rather than getting an on and off switch and then having to go out and buy something different. And so you get the thermostat right out of the gate. It's actually quite a bit less than buying one of the other brands and then going out and buying a thermostat later. I have two different styles here. The first one is a remote controlled. And it actually has got dual remotes, so you can actually run pants at one temperature setting and your jacket and gloves at a separate one. And that way you can actually have, maybe you've got leg lowers, so your pants, your legs don't get as cold as your upper body, or maybe vice versa. You don't have to have one part of you cold and the other part warm. The other one here is a hardwired controller that is just a single thermostat. And again, you can do dual or single in either style. Just for example here, this one actually stays with your coat. So as you move around, you have to put this either in a belt holster, in your pocket of your jacket. You can let it dangle if you'd like, and then you would just reach in and you would run the dial that way. The nice feature about the remote, and this is really a unique feature to First Gear, you can actually put this in a windshield bag. You can leave it in there all year round. You can Velcro it to a fairing, leave it there all year round. When you plug your jacket in, they're already synced. It will pick that up and you can immediately start running your coat. So it's just less that you have to do when you're getting dressed and putting that jacket liner on if you're out on the road. It's a really nice feature. We have a lot of guys that actually use their jacket liners while they push snow, while they're on their ATV or on a small farm tractor, possibly if they're out hunting and they're on some sort of a utility vehicle that has power. Cigarette lighter adapter. This will power your jacket liner, so if you're actually using doing other things, you can still have access to your heated gear, maybe not have to have a battery lead on every product that you own. Another thing that works really well is maybe you have two motorcycles, and one of them is a Dyna model and the other one is a touring bike. You don't have to put a harness on both motorcycles. The touring bike has a cigarette lighter adapter. It has the actual socket, so maybe put the liner, the hardwired kit on the Dyna, and then you can run your heated gear off this guy when you move over to your touring bike. So it gives you some options without having to spend the extra money. Our customers like that feature on the other products we've carried, and they requested that we made sure that this was also available to them again. So we certainly delivered on that. So that concludes our detailed video on the First Gear riding product. I want to point out that we spent a lot of time researching different brands, talking to different reps about their products, looking at samples, having them brought in, and we've really determined that this is by far the industry leader in the heated product lines. Again, just want to hit on the highlights: a 5-year warranty on the product. The gloves are waterproof, breathable, and they're also going to be windproof. They do have ladies sizes in one of their 2 outdoor gloves, and then again the glove liner, which would be a unisex option. We think it's an outstanding product. We're confident that you're going to agree with us. We hope you come in and check it out, and feel free to talk to anybody in our clothing department. They'd love to get you fit for one and explain the different controllers and get you some updated information as it comes out. Thanks again. Corey from Rooster Harley-Davidson. Keep watching our channel for more information.